So, back again with some more early access for the upcoming update on December 3rd, and as promised at the end of the last video, I've gone ahead and put together the Duck Out multi-mount. This thing looks awesome, especially with a couple of rares, and the other multi-mounts, we actually need to get a couple more birds from Salzwiesen Park to put those together, so that's going to be a part of the plan today, so we'll jump over there and get to hunting. So a couple of main goals today. The first one is continue to train Radar and hopefully get him to a point where we're having more consistent luck with pointing at birds, honestly any size game, whatever we're after. And the more of this we do, the better that is going to be. The other main goals though are to continue exploring Salzwiesen Park and unlock the rest of the outposts. Only a couple we have to get, actually 5 in total, so a good bit of exploration to do. And then also, the birds that we need for the multi-mounts. I believe we need 1 Tundra Bean Goose, 1 Ferruginous Duck, and 1 Gadwall. We should be able to then put together the other multi-mounts we haven't seen. And then finally, I still want to hunt as many Gadwall as we can and find out if that eclipse that we shot in the last video was too good to be true, or if that was insane luck and we actually got a rare. So there's actually a lot I want to attack today, and moving in the right direction with that pheasant. By the way, I'm probably going to be doing this a lot today. When we have spooked pheasants that are kind of hunkering down in the brush, we'll just have Radar go and point to them, just to try to gain that XP. I think we winged that pheasant there, did we? There's blood there, but it sure went for a while. Anyway, what I was going to say was, probably most of that's not going to be in this video. The majority of the last video was just experimenting with the pointer and trying to learn how it works. So if you want to see more about that, you can check out the prior video. For today, I mostly want to focus on exploration and hopefully getting to take more animals. But because I do want to see what a max level pointer can do, I want to make sure we get him the XP as we go along. So maybe the worst shot we've ever made on a pheasant? Supposedly we hit it with 1 pelt at 41 meters, 800 meters of tracking, and slowly but surely, Radar is leveling up about halfway through level 6, so a long way to go. And that's exactly why when we get those opportunities, I'm going to have him go and point those birds out. Now this could be interesting. This is the first time we've encountered the European rabbits, and they've gotten a model improvement, so I really want to see what they look like. And we've got Radar coming over here to point, because we need the XP, so if he'll do that, we'll probably just go ahead and blast that rabbit, and I'm afraid, because he's pointing now, I'm afraid it might just spook. And I just wanted to check, they don't flush rabbits. Not that that would make a lot of sense, but I thought maybe it could spook them towards you or something. And the most important thing, oh, that is a major difference, holy. I wasn't expecting that. Significant upgrade. Much more similar now to, like, almost, I guess, like the Cottontails. I like that. The old ones just kinda didn't look quite right. 10 gauge sure does a pretty good job on them. That's good to know. I'm looking forward to seeing the other variations. And I think we've probably got a number in the lodge that we can look at. I don't know what that one's up to, but maybe it'll be a different fern. We can take a quick peek at that. I like them though. Definitely one of those things as they're getting added to this map, like we kind of saw with Sooner Baton. Old species, new map, little visual enhancements to make them fit in, and I definitely think that helps the Euro rabbits a lot. This is the first set of burrows we've found, so I'm curious how often we're going to run into them. You know, it's kind of cool to watch. There apparently were some visual changes to the Red Fox. I don't see that as much. The animations, though, are really notable. Like that head darting around because it's alert, that little trotting animation we saw a minute ago, even the way it turns around, that's all different than it used to be. Now that guy's nervous, not actually sure at what point he's spooked, but I mean, even the walking, look how it, like, his hind end kind of like pops up and down as he's walking. You can almost feel the weight shift from like the front half of his body to the back half. It's really cool to see just little things like that. And in my opinion, that's gonna look even better on the great ones. So maybe getting a bit of a start. I don't know for sure if we're gonna grind on this map, but I'll say so far, male red foxes have been very few and far between. Also, had I known those pheasants were there, that would have been a great opportunity to point, but that's all good because we were too busy watching the new fox animations. Now, as far as any visual upgrades, I mean, maybe the hair's like a little bit finer. The eyes might be a bit different too. I can't really place it. I'll put an old screenshot side by side because we've killed a couple of dark red fur type diamonds, so I know I've got screenshots. It's different. I can say that much, but I can't actually tell you what it is. Whatever the change is relatively minor, but the animations, you can't help but see those. That's cool. By the way, I made a correction in the last video in that it's not the pointer levels that make the difference for traits, it's the companion levels. So there's a couple of traits that Radar now has that he didn't before, and those pheasants just sat still as opposed to actually, well, fleeing, but then when he goes to flush them, they also didn't flush, so that's a little unfortunate. We'll assist with that part. Got both roosters. We might have got a hen too. I'm fairly sure we at least hit one. Yeah, because that's not the same track. That guy's a molting silver. The other one we hit, I don't think should have gone too far. And this is certainly where Expert Dog would be really nice. If we had the additional ability to have Radar go and retrieve, then even if we don't have him point out the birds, it's useful for the niche circumstances, as we talked about in the last video, where the pointing is maybe more apt for the situation, and when we don't need him, he can still go and pick up our birds that we flush ourselves. Anyway, we are nearly done exploring as we have our 13 scoring silver pheasant number 2 from there, and our hens laying just up ahead of us. We actually just bypassed this outpost to go and get our pheasants. One more over there, and then we're going to set up some waterfowl spots and try to get those Ferruginous ducks, gadwall, and at least one tundra bean goose. By the way, as we see animations again with the fox, that trotting animation is so good. Just perfectly done. But this fox is in for a bad day. I can't take not using the 375 any longer. A little bit of a sneak peek of what tomorrow's video will be like, because we'll be using all the new weapons, but we gotta use this thing. That sound is great, and unfortunately, not gonna be ethical for that fox. The reload animation, though, it might be better than the actual report of the gun. It just feels so mechanical. You can just tell it's like a beefy gun, a beefy bolt, working that round into there. I like it a lot, but I'll tell you what, so far today, the foxes in those animations have really stolen the show for me. Just that little trotting animation. If you've seen a fox trot along, you know what I'm talking about. That is just really well done. Like motion captured level excellence. Maybe that's how they did it. I don't know. And that was a flesh hit, by the way. It didn't hit a thing and still dropped that would have been gold fox with the 375. You have got to be kidding me. A level 3 Ferruginous duck. We're in a horrible spot. Like just out here in the wide open. Nothing to hide us. That's the one there. I think 1050 was diamond, so pretty decent estimate. They're gonna plop down and land here, I think. Actually, he's doing that now, and we really need to keep him in view. Actually landed on the water. Now, I really want to get him with the 10 gauge. So, we need Radar to stay, and we're gonna have to crawl all the way over there to the edge of the water. This is a great way to spend, like, 12 years longer on this than we need to. We could just pop him with the 22, but we have the new shotgun. We gotta try to use it. Well, he's just in a horrible spot. The one right behind this gadwall hen, that's the one we want to get. I imagine in doing this we might get some extra ones too, but I'm perfectly okay with that. There we go. 40 meters. He's actually attentive. We're just gonna shoot into the flock and see whatever else we get as well. 3 ducks down, including 1 blue one, meaning the one we spotted, aka our level 3 Ferruginous duck, is among the ones that we managed to take out. So, looks like, oh, I guess it's shallow over there? Looks like maybe a couple of gadwall hens? Not exactly sure, it's hard to tell from there, but we will not be as worried about those ones, and instead, head straight back here to... Wait, that's a gadwall. Where's the one that we... There he is. Okay. To this guy. Fingers crossed, first max level new species is a diamond. 1068.88. Shot him when he was doing whatever that is. Dark brown plumage type. And we hit literally everything, including almost the brain, with that 10 gauge bird shot at about 41 meters. So already, only one new diamond to go. And it is the gadwall, which I've been wanting to hunt. Trying to figure out the deal with that eclipse one we shot. That's really cool. I'm glad then that we did take the time to get him with the 10 gauge. So this is a gadwall hen. I actually got that on the second shot. You can see it was taken off there. And this one, I thought looked more like a drake. Yeah, it is gray plumage type this time. Still haven't seen any eclipse ones, and this makes me a little more encouraged, because any I've seen in the distance that look kind of brown, I bet it's that gray variant, because the underside of the wings and stuff really is dark colored. Hard shot him, by the way, so I don't know how we pulled that off, but diamond Ferruginous duck down. We still, I guess we could have taxed that one, but we still need another gadwall and a tundra bean goose for our trophy lodge. By the way, right down in here seems to be an awesome spot. Keep in mind, we don't have decoys. Like, there's just ducks everywhere, and we haven't even set up for them. You know, the other thing I've noticed too, the birds land a lot faster now. They don't circle for 10 minutes like they used to in the past. That's definitely an upgrade. And just sitting here long enough, got a bunch more gadwall coming in. There's Ferruginous ducks landing here as well. And again, just pretty quickly, circling around maybe 3 times total. Might not even been 3 full circles. And they're landing here on the water in front of us. So I sure don't see any that look to be that eclipse kind of brownish color. I thought there was a bigger drake though. That's a level 1. I'm sure there was a better one. Maybe not. Well, in that case, I guess we'll get that one. And whatever was behind it, why not? And as for those ones, back one was a hen, front one. Oh, there's another eclipse. That might answer the question. I didn't even really think he looked like it. So probably then, uncommon at best, now that we've killed 2 of them. I guess, you know, we need another one for the multi-mount, so we'll still tax that on the off chance that was insanely lucky, but especially, you know, like I said in the last video, I started to wonder if that was too good to be true. Like, first, gadwall being a rare, and now I'm definitely thinking that was the case, so we'll keep that for the sake of doing the multi-mount. I don't think, though, we have a rare new duck species yet. We have a diamond one now, but it looks like we didn't shoot a rare. So for our purposes today, that guy will do just fine. Got some other things running around the background, though. We got a common raccoon out there, like 3 raccoon dogs. I thought one walked behind that tree. One did indeed, so there's 4. We actually have some other tundra bead geese going and landing there, but we just need a male for that multi-mount. Yeah, I got a couple of level 3s, but the one in the open probably is the one we want to get. So let's just do that. Drop that guy, which is fairly significant with the 22. You have to hit something to drop them. Flesh hits on geese, they actually will fly away. And you know, the more I hunt this map, the more I think I'm going to have more fun streaming it than I am actually recording videos on it. Hey, killing diamond Ferruginous ducks is pretty darn fun, but it's like Reventuli in the sense that there's always something out there. And if we're just in a shoot whatever's in front of us type of stream, that was a gold by the way, then that's perfect for a map like this. So we got left lung, that's why that dropped, and we've got 1 bonus kill. And we'll let that one go so we don't start deleting zones in this area because we're getting a little much on the pressure. But with our raccoon, now that I should probably shoot for the sake of potential Great One red foxes, so never mind on the pressure. Still love the animation. Even I don't think it was a drop animation. I think it just ragdolled, but the way it hit was really, really solid. But anyway, you can see exactly what I'm talking about even just here in front of us. There's so much stuff going on. And if you're just running around having a good time, this map, not only is it good for bird hunters, I think it's really well built for that. So 1 extra kill here now on top of our bonus kill. Another red fox down. We haven't seen any big ones just yet. A bunch of level 6s though, and mostly dark red, maybe all dark red. That's something else to pay attention to, but gold at 10.35. and we'll take our diamond Ferruginous duck and our couple of multi-mount fill-ins to the trophy lodge. Now, as far as the multi-mounts go, unfortunately they are all for the small platforms, so we can't do any on like the little table things that we have over here, like below this Gensbuck. I wish we could, but that's just not a thing. I get why it needs the space for it, but those are the spots where I feel like I'm typically putting small game anyway, so some rearranging is going to need to happen. But for the landlubber lineup, that's the non-waterfowl birds on that map, pheasant, black grouse, and both geese. The geese look like they're singing in the background there, but we'll go through all the different poses for that. Basically, diamond pheasant, and then a bunch of random things that we've taxed over the years. That's kind of cool how high up that goes. You do see exactly why those small plaques just simply wouldn't work. As for the other one, we've got the 3 ducketeers. We do have a leucistic widgeon in there, and then just the Ferruginous duck and gadwall that we've shot in the last couple videos. The diamond, by the way, is in the main lodge, and we are going to go and take a look at that. Kind of neat little thing they've got going on there. Since we've got the 2 rare widgeon as well, the hybrid and this leucistic that's in front of us, we may do the duck out one and this 3 ducketeers one somewhere. Bunch of cool poses for these. It's actually got the gadwall like trying to pull the widgeon down as it's attacking the Ferruginous duck? Or I assume that's attacking. Pretty sweet. Little like minor details like that. I don't know what that detail was where everything got all pixelated looking, but literally like tail feathers in the beak of the gadwall. All the new multi-mounts seem to have some kind of little thing like that just looks really, really neat when you realize how specific and detailed it is. And then finally in here, our newly revamped duck out multi-mount with the newly added diamond Ferruginous duck, which will be 3rd in the line there, 1068.8. And I know I just talked about these mounts and wishing they could go on something like this. Now, against the wall, stuff would obviously clip through. But I did just realize, you know, putting 7 trophy ducks in one spot, actually, what it does is open up more of these. So maybe this is actually the better compromise, now that I've taken the time to think about it. But I like this. Definitely, you know, it gives the inspiration to at least go get a diamond gadwall, which we would have been doing already. But some of the rares, like I really want a rare tufted duck up there. The rare tufted duck look awesome, and they're on Salzwiesen Park, so more reason to be out there hunting that. I just think it's a really cool mount. Rare birds in this game, ever since we stumbled into this hybrid goldeneye and then not long after the hybrid widgeon, they've really captured my attention. And a map like Salzwiesen Park allows us to get out there and really just focus on those things if we want to. And I think at some stage that's going to be exactly what we do. But I think on that note, that is going to do it for this video. So very much looking forward to the next one. We'll be testing out the Hunter's Choice Community Weapon Pack. Not sure what map yet. We'll find that much out. But anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.